Okay, the next thing I want to take a look at is combining these pentatonic shapes with 3-note per string. Basically, we're going to just take a look at the shapes, then I'll break them down, then I'll show you a few patterns in which you can use between these positions to make them a little bit more musical and a bit more interesting. Okay, here's the first shape. Okay, so we've basically just been combining the 5th position and the 1st position together in a 3-note per string fashion, and we've just got 10, 12, 15 on the low E, then 10, 12, 14 A, then 9, 12, 14 on the D, same on the G, then we've got 10, 12, 15 on the B, and then same on the high E string, and then just the same coming down. Okay, now the kind of reason for this, I suppose, is just keeping that same pentatonic sound, but you know, it's moving from 2 notes to 3 notes per string, and you know, there's quite a lot you can do with that. You know, I mean, the first sort of idea that I really started working with when I was doing 3-note per string ideas was this kind of pattern. I'll just play it at a slow tempo just so you can see what I'm doing. You know, so basically it just kind of repeats the last 3 notes as your first 3 notes for the next stage, if you see what I mean. Then repeat, and so on. And you know, there's kind of been a lot of mileage got out of that over the years of being able to sort of, you know, do that kind of thing. But you know, after doing anything for, you know, a long period of time, you start to kind of wonder what else there is to do. You know, but you can kind of go up 6 notes, then down the same, and then up again. So you can have as your pattern. So basically you go up, down, up, and then you start again from the next string. So you could do something like this. And then you can start to move up with it. Another thing is to kind of reverse the notes. So you still start on the very first note that you would anyway, but you just swap the next 2 notes around. So so basically, if I kind of number the fingers, you've got like 1, 2, and 4. You basically go 1, 4, 2, that kind of thing. And you know, using that same pattern, you could have something like this. And if you played that up to speed, it'd sound like this. The next thing I want to take a look at is a string skipping pattern that I like to use quite a lot within the pentatonics. But first of all, I'm going to break that down into a much smaller interval, kind of scalular lick. So we're just going to be doing this on the 11th, 12th and 14th fret of the D and the G string. So we'll go through the pattern and then extend it into the pentatonic. So this is going to be the pattern. Okay, so let me just explain that. We're going to be starting with a downstroke with the right hand on the 14th fret of the D. Then we've got 14, 12, 11, 12, 14 D. Then 11, 12, 14, 12, 11 on the G. Then go back to the 14th fret on the G and play 14, 12, 11. Then the same on the D. And then that's your pattern. Okay, now we're going to extend that into the pentatonics that I was talking about. Again, we're going to be using 2 pentatonic shapes in one go, and the pattern is going to look like this. Okay, so we're starting this on the 17th fret on the D string with the downstroke, And same order of the notes as what we did before, but 17, 14, 12, 14, 17. Skip over the G string and play 12, 15, 17, 15, 12 on the B. Then go back up to 17 on the B and play 17, 15, 12. Then 17, 14, 12 on the D. So. And that's basically the pattern. So when you've got that down slow, sped up, it should sound like this. Okay, there's a really good scope for this pattern. You can extend it even further than that, starting on the low E string. And the pattern slow is going to sound like this. I'll break it down and then play it up to speed. So here it is. Okay, so we're going to start this on the low E string on the 17th fret, so 17, 15, 12, 15, 17 low E. Then we've got 12, 14, 17, 14, 12 on the D. Okay, then we've got 17, 14, 12, 14, 17 on the D. Then we've got 12, 15, 17, 15, 12 on the B. Okay, so far at a slow tempo we've got this. Then go back to the D string, play 17, 14, 12, 14, 17. Skip over the G string and play 12, 15, 17 on the B. Then back down again, so 17, 15, 12. So basically just keep doing that. So at a slow tempo we've got this. Then the pattern starts again on the 17th fret of the B string, and you're going to have this. Okay, so that's 17, 15, 12, 15, 17 on the B. Then 12, 15, 17, 15, 12 on the high E string. Then what we're going to do is we're going to join up the first position and second position E minor pentatonic scale and just repeat each string twice. So we've got 17, 15, 12 on the B twice, then 16, 14, 12 on the G twice, then we've got 17, 14, 12 on the D twice, and then the same on the A string twice. So we've got okay, so at a slow tempo, when you put the whole thing together, it should sound like this. And here it is, up to speed.